start spending again.
I think that's right, Fareed. I think that it is useful because I think it's possible that the Republicans would agree to exempting, let's say, the first $20,000 of income from the payroll tax for a year. That would put money directly in people's pockets, and they would arguably spend at least 50 or maybe 60% of that. That would be a direct stimulus. But as you point out, I think it is also very useful to extend large public projects, or even a WPA, as we had during the Depression, Works Projects Administration, to put the long-term unemployed directly back to work, or a civilian conservation corps to put millions of young people who are jobless directly to work. We have public parks, for example, that are closed. We have all kinds of needs with regard to teachers' aides and in hospitals, many things that are jobs that are not filled because nobody can afford them. The public cannot afford them. Well, better to have people do these jobs directly than to have people sitting home collecting unemployment insurance.
David Stockman, do you think this can we afford this? Obviously, there is the cost involved, though a lot of this would be long-term borrowing. But it would put people back to work and they would start paying taxes.
No, I really disagree with that. That's just more of the same old Keynesian medicine that's failed. We may have public parks that are closed, but we also have a national balance sheet that is totally busted. The federal government and state and local governments are out of money. And so the Keynesian game is over, and there's really, literally, nothing that Washington can do about the job problem. Washington has to get back to its business, which is managing the budget and beginning to pay our bills. And unfortunately, that is probably going to compound the job problem rather than resolve it, but we have no choice unless we want to end up where Europe is today and where Greece is. We simply are rolling the dice if we think we can keep borrowing now that the Fed is out of the market, QE2 is over, and the other central banks are no longer buying the bond. It would be a grave mistake to go back to the failed stimulus policies of the last 2 or 3 years or even decade.
But David, you